Welcome back, true believers, Elite Legend, back at you with another Marvel Legends review. It's Thursday as I film this, so we're going to do a little bit of a more modern Thursday throwback, so to speak. This is a 3-pack from Amazon that I've been sitting on for a few months. It's been hard to get into the lab and work with my producer who's kind of busy with her children, or so she says. So we're looking at the Nimrod 3-pack. So coming up, we're going to be taking a look at Fantomex, who I know very little about. We see Psylocke in her X-Force attire, and we see Nimrod. Now here we see Fantomex on his own. You see he comes with 2 guns. He has holsters for them. Very nice deco. There was a defect on mine. I don't know if you can see it, but this little boot cuff does not go all the way up. It is much too small. And if you look closely enough, you can see that it looks like it's kind of warped. This leg also, when you twist it at the calf rotation, it kind of pushes back. So I think it may be warped or broken. So kind of disappointed in that. He does come with the smoke effects, and he also comes with a blast effect. I know very little about Fantomex. I know nothing about Fantomex. I know that there was a previous Fantomex figure that sucked, and I sold it. So let's go ahead and take a look at Psylocke now. And now we see Psylocke on her own. You see that she comes with a sword. She comes with the mask effect. She comes with a blast effect and 1 fist for single fisting action. Now, there's been a few other Psylocke figures. This is a Diamond Select Psylocke, probably the best Psylocke figure that we have, but much too tall, way out of scale. A lot of customizers have brought her down a notch. And here we see the running change Psylocke from, I think it was the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave. Not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. But here we see the running change with the purple hair Psylocke. Let's take a closer look at Psylocke's face here. And you can see she has a very much more ethnic look to her. And here we see the other one. Let me know which one you guys prefer in the comments below. For me, it's going to be the classic looking Psylocke. I'm not really familiar with X-Force, but this is Psylocke in her X-Force attire. Very hard to get her to stand. That's why I had this little flight stand here. Now here we see Psylocke and Fantomex with their X-Force brethren. We see Domino, Wolverine, Deadpool, Cable. I know that there is a Warpath X-Force figure from back in the early dark days of Hasbro Marvel Legends. I never got that figure. Never got the Angel, which I believe was a SDCC exclusive. This is not the SDCC exclusive Wolverine. This is the more recent Wolverine figure. Forget what wave he came with. But here you see them all together. One thing that I did want to point out, I never really tinkered with this Sasquatch wave Domino until I pulled pulled her out of the bin. But you can see the articulation on her is really good for a female figure. You see that she goes all the way around. This Psylocke, not so much. Very stiff. You can see the flattened curves here. I don't like this figure at all. Fantomex is a decent figure, but again, as I mentioned earlier, this leg sucks. So I will put him way in the back of the display case. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the big boy, Nimrod. And here we have my reason for purchasing this 3-pack. Nimrod. He is a prototype Sentinel, the Supreme Sentinel, and he has made appearances in comic books. He has made appearances in the animated series, and as well as in video games. I don't think he's been in the MCU. I don't recall seeing him in Days of Future Past. However, he did make his debut in the comic book run of Days of Future Past way back in 1985. Made his first appearance in issue 191, but his first comic book cover was issue 194 back in June of 1995. And here we see Nimrod in all of his glory. As you can see on the figure, this is not a classic look, but he comes with 2 heads. This is closer to the classic look as you can get. Maybe we'll get another Nimrod down the line. I'd be all in for it. Here we see another comic book cover, issue 209. You see Nimrod there clashing with Colossus. As I mentioned, comes with 2 heads, comes with these cool blast effects, comes with additional hands so you can port those blast effects into them. And for when he wants to spread his wings and fly, he has this little dragonfly that he can attach to the back. So let's go ahead and take a look at Nimrod with the additional hands. Snaps right in easily. And you can go ahead and just attach these blasters here. And he doesn't have that much articulation, but with Nimrod, you really don't need much articulation. He doesn't really move much in the comics. So there you see him there. Let's go ahead and put this on. This must be something from the modern comics because I don't recall him having this back in the old school books. I'm not going to take the head off because it was hard to get it on and I don't want to break this, but you can see the head right here. This is the alternate one, much more modern. Both of the heads are modern, but this one is closer to the classic look. Now, Nimrod, what makes him the Supreme Sentinel is the fact that he is basically indestructible. He can pretty much alter his physical structure, and he can adapt and overcome any of his adversaries. So, as you see, you put this Nimrod in your collection, and he is going to be pretty much exterminating any life form that he feels is undesirable. So you might want to contain him into his own space in your detolfs. Now, let's take a look at a Sentinel here. No, I did not order the... Uh-oh. Yeah, so Elite Legend was not allowed to purchase the Sentinel from the HasLab. My producer was complaining and saying something like, it's too much money, it's too much money. But yeah, so I know I'm definitely going to experience some fear of missing out, but worst comes to worst, she might have to get a job and I might have to purchase the Sentinel. All right, here we see Nimrod, along with some other characters that he is tangled with in the comics. We see Cable, Colossus, Juggernaut, and again, the big boy Sentinel, Amazon exclusive. So let me know in the comments below, did you pick up the 3-pack? Do you think that Nimrod is worth the price of admission alone? Did you pre-order the HasLab Sentinel? Will you sell me your HasLab Sentinel for suggested retail price? If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Hit that like button. Make sure that you check out my other Marvel Legend videos. And until next time, make mine Marvel.